Hi, good evening. In this particular part of the series on case studies, I would be discussing and sharing the much required knowledge about the contemporary and popularly used case studies. That is, in other words, I would say that these are the ones which have been introduced in recent years. Nevertheless, they are important also. These case studies are based on the size and number of the words or the pages, we can say. So let us go ahead, and the first one that I'm going to introduce in this particular part is what we call it as mini case studies. A mini case, I should say, is a shortened case study. Now, how shortened it is, let us see. It can be as short as half a page. Half a page means it can cover around 250 words or 300 words or even 500 words. Now, as per the Emerald Case Center, I have seen that a sub-unit, which we will be discussing and learning more about it, is equivalent to a mini case. So we will have to focus on this particular thing later on, and we will find it out. Mini cases, this is going to cover around 1 to 2 pages, are designed for investigation in the classroom and are often used as illustrations of the theory. In other words, I select a particular theory to be discussed in the classroom with my students. So I design a case study, let's say about 1 to 2 pages. Okay, I design it and then I introduce it in the classroom so that the students are discussing with me and I take it forth from there. Now, there are certain discussions or even I would say different opinions regarding it. For example, if we go to the fifth point, and this particular website tells us that mini case studies should cover between 3 to 4 pages. So I have been researching on various web portals also to check it out how far this is. So I have seen some of them are there, some universities are there who just cover around 500 words with a set of questions. Then there are others who use mini cases, they write it in the format of 1 to 2 pages, and then there is this particular group which is called as uniscap.org. If we go over there, this particular website, you will see that they have written the case studies covering around 4 pages. So these are certain varieties of it. Now there are different opinions, and we would see what the popular writers or the authors have to say about it. Stake, that is Robert E. Stake, in 1995 in his book has said that on one hand, one thing that definitely talks for the choice of mini case is the almost always lack of the resources such as time and access for field work. In other words, if I do not get so much of time that yes, I need to go to the field, cover a special topic and come back. So rather than spending around 1 to 2 months, I just go there for one day, I just observe whatever I want to do it, I come back. So that turns out to be a mini case study for me. In the same manner, you can even check it out that I do not get access to the field work. For example, I'm residing in let's say Delhi, and I want to access the field in Hyderabad. Can I do that? Can I really do it? Or as today I have heard that Sri Lanka had certain bombings and so people at the same time around 6 of the localities have been bombed. So if that is the scenario, then staying in Delhi, can I literally go there and observe? No. What I can do, I can just observe what is happening over the media, television channels, newspapers, or at the most, even if I'm not watching a particular TV channel, then I'm just hearing the news, and then I say, okay, this is what had happened, or I might be assuming it that yes, this has taken place. On the other hand, there are some more people who would say that one advantages with many cases is how the almost always lack of resources can likely be more effectively used compared to full-length case studies. So mini case studies are also said that when I lack certain resources, now I do not possess those kind of facilities around me, at that time I go ahead with a mini case study. And whereas the full case studies, if you look into one of the papers, which I'll be sharing the full title of that particular paper, you will see that full length case studies really require some kind of studies, and you have to indulge yourself, dedicate yourself in reading some of the books or the articles also. And then we have got even the third version, in fact 2 versions have been given here. Mini cases is shorter than case studies and should be should obviously use less resources. So this is one more difference. But as you are restricted to a fewer number of pages in a mini case, you will have to be careful of not missing the opportunity to make it a good case. So it means that you might lack certain resources. However, whatever you want to share, that has to be completely given or provided in the case study. Now, this has been, I should say, quoted by Kardos and Smiths in 1979. Then four criteria that they mention and to ensure quality in your work according to Robert Yin, and that is in two of his popular books, that is 1994 and 2002. Then we have got one more reference given by Skandura and Williams in 2000, and the page number you can note down is 1263, wherein they say that many cases can be useful for students studying management to develop problem skills. The mini case cannot have a lack of rigor cause. Without rigor, relevance in management research cannot be claimed. So you can see here very clearly they have mentioned that the case studies that are being utilized in management research, that rigor and the relevance of the case study needs to be present. So you can see the importance of a case study, whether they are mini cases or the full length case studies also. And this has been provided by Skandura and Williams. Now the references which are the most popular ones that I have researched and then I found out the literature that is available on these are: number one, by Hoover and Solberry Solon in 2006, mini cases versus full length case studies, advantages and disadvantages, by Julia L. Carlson. Now I think I would be sharing this particular paper with all of you, and you should read out very carefully para by para. Maybe in one of the parts I would be picking up this particular paper, and you will see it's a very again easy paper that she has written. However, the manner she has distinguished not only between the advantages and disadvantages of mini case studies as well as the full length case studies, she has given us important ways in which we can really incorporate our own experiences into writing. Then obviously my favorite author, Robert K. Yin, Case Study Research Design and Methods. I mean I have read at least 10 times this book, but I'm never satisfied, and that's the uniqueness of this particular book, and maybe you will also find the same thing. This particular thing is for the Applied Social Research Method series, volume 5. Kardos and Smiths, definitely yes, in 1979. I just read it twice and not more than that. Robert K. Yin, definitely yes, I keep reading his books again and again, both 1994 and 2002. You can download, they're available in the PDF format also. Apart from this, I think more of them are there for us to discuss, the different varieties of case studies. This is just one form of it, mini case studies. Now we would go forward. I mean again there are around 70 varieties of them, and we will see each one of them also and see their importance in the case study research. So I hope you must have liked it, and I'll be catching all of you more with more material and more stuff to read and discuss. In fact, we have the 3 groups are available with us. So I think if you feel that yes, there are certain questions or certain clarifications that you require, please feel free and you can touch base with me in one of the groups. Till then, thanks, take care, bye.